fool around.
Are you messing with me?
Hello, welcome back to another episode. Watch out, spoilers ahead. Young Sheldon Season 6 shows that Mary and George Sr.'s marriage was going well when he died, which makes the plot of The Big Bang Theory more complicated. Young Sheldon isn't opposed to changing The Big Bang Theory's story, as Mima's transformation shows. Young Sheldon can only rewrite so much of the main character's backstory. Young Sheldon in Season 6 must kill George Sr., because The Big Bang Theory says Sheldon lost his father in his teens. Young Sheldon makes George Sr. seem much nicer than The Big Bang Theory, so the show shouldn't show that Mary and George Sr.'s marriage was improving when he died. Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 7, A Tougher Nut and a Note on File, shows how stable and successful the Coopers were before George Sr.'s death. George and Mary helped Georgie. In A Tougher Nut and a Note on File, Mandy's father's secret visit showed how bad their marriage could be. Mandy's father couldn't tell his wife what he was doing, but Mary and George Sr. supported him. The couple put on a united front, even poking fun at each other, proving their marriage was improving before George Sr. died. Young Sheldon also highlighted George Sr. and Mary's success by having them advise Mandy's father. George Sr. and Mary had a few differences to overcome in order to help Georgie. The portrayal of George Sr. and Young Sheldon as a team helping another couple made Young Sheldon's death even more tragic. This gesture made the doomed character almost too decent, like George Sr.'s in Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 6, An Ugly Car, An Affair, and Some Kick-Ass Football. George and Mary's marriage improving is sad. George Sr.'s death is one of the few preordained events in Young Sheldon, so seeing his marriage improve is tragic. Like Georgie's doomed attempts to woo Mandy, it's tragic to see George Sr. act kinder and more thoughtful than ever before he dies. This proof that the Coopers improved their marriage before George Sr.'s death is a melancholy choice. George and Mary's marriage and The Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory guaranteed that Young Sheldon would face George Sr.'s death. Laurie Metcalf's Mary Cooper spent The Big Bang Theory complaining about George Sr. and calling him a shiftless drunk, ensuring that the Coopers' marriage wasn't blissful before George Sr.'s death. Young Sheldon's first few seasons portrayed the Coopers as a troubled couple. George Sr. and Mary were very different, and an affair was always a possibility. Young Sheldon Season 6 avoided this storyline in episodes like An Ugly Car, An Affair, and Some Kick-Ass Football. The Coopers are portrayed as a couple trying to make a flawed marriage work, which makes George Sr.'s death even sadder. Mary's story is sadder in Season 6 due to her increased independence and self-improvement before George Sr.'s death. But it's the portrayal of George Sr. as a decent man and good husband that makes The Big Bang Theory's take on Young Sheldon so insulting. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.